Hello Virgo, welcome to your Galactic Soul Healing reading, for the 6th to the 12th of December. So we're going to be grabbing some cards to look at your some current energies you might be experiencing, as well as some things you may not be aware of, some spirit guidance, and I'm also going to grab a card from our Galactic Heritage deck here to just see which Galactic Collective you might like to tap into at this time. Once again, take what resonates and discard the rest. And I'd just like to thank the spirit guides, our spirit guides, for being present with us during this reading, as they are with us at all times, helping us, which is kind of awesome. Right, so I'm just going to pull 3 cards now. We have the 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, I'm going to hold these up. Right, so you can have a look, and I'm going to have a look as well, and we'll see what we can come up with. Right, so for your current energy, yeah, okay. So, you know, there's a bit of juggling and, you know, going on here, and perhaps you're needing to be a bit more flexible in your attitude. So perhaps it's this could be a challenging energy here that you're being asked to kind of move into. And I suspect that it will be challenging because if this is sort of like center here, it's kind of like, well, you might be looking at these things here. I mean, you're kind of chilling under the tree there. I mean, you're not sort of too enthused about these cups here, and this, that whatever's being offered to you here, you perhaps are not seeing, or you're not aware of it, or maybe it's something that's coming up. It could be something about yourself that you're not aware of. Maybe it's a talent or a skill that you have that you're not actually aware of, and so it's by not knowing what that is, it's affecting how you are perceiving things generally. Whereas if you were aware of this and you were utilizing it, you may have a whole different perspective on these other cups here as well. You might not feel like you want to sit back away from them. It might be like this. Might be like an emotional. Whatever it is for you, it might help you emotionally to become more motivated and more more enthusiastic about and happier about these. And these could represent, you know, responsibilities possibly. Whatever resonates for you. I mean, you might have other meanings too that come up here. This is like almost. It's almost like this is. Could be like how you want to be, like it's sort of like it's kind of behind you here, so it's almost like you might be sitting there and going, oh, I wish I could do A and B, or I wish I could you know, be an awesome dude, whatever this means for you. Like if this is your, you know, ideal self, like passionate about something or enthusiastic, and you know, this is like the card of an explorer. It's like going out and, you know, exerting one's energy and vitality and exploring with great gusto, enthusiasm, etc. And then it's like, oh, well, then there's a block between this and this. And now it's like, you know, the juggler comes in, or it's like, well, okay, there has to be some flexibility now that's needing to be applied. So you may be feeling a little bit stuck at the moment, but you're having kind of aspirations, but you're not really sure what to do about those aspirations, possibly. Or you might even feel weighed down by other responsibilities that you perceive as not allowing you to move into that way of being that you want to be in. The other interesting thing here too is that this flexibility card here, it's almost like saying, you know, this guy's saying, come on, just come over here and, you know, juggle some pentacles with me, it'll be fun. Because look, it's almost like he's got half the uniform on. So he's kind of halfway there, because he's got red here and this guy's got red on. So it's almost like, yeah, he wants to be passionate. He just needs to kind of activate those arms, okay, and just kind of reach out. But it's like, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, for whatever reason, at the moment, you know, you could be feeling like, yeah, either a bit stuck or maybe tired or low energy, or perhaps disillusioned, maybe upset with something. Maybe you're in a bit of grief. Sorry if that is the case. So, yeah. I mean, you have all clear blue skies here. So, you know, the weather's looking good around you. The weather's looking good. And you're in nature there, which is another plus. You know, let's look at what you might not be aware of. And, oh, wow. The Seven of Swords has come up again. Okay, so that's, you know, the card of the machinations in the background. What's going on thought-wise. Oh, okay, right. So here we have, so, right. So if you're having the thoughts that are kind of keeping you stuck there, and, yeah, then this could be what is happening. Oh, and we have the Page of Swords again. Right. So we have a lot of swords. So what you may not be aware of is that if emotionally you feel a certain way and you are wishing for certain things, and it may be that your thoughts, so what you're actually thinking about or what you're focusing on, is contributing to those feelings of perhaps either despondency or lack of motivation. So it's really going to be about, you know, identifying what are those thoughts, and then coming up with some strategies of how you can basically, you know, get back up on top again. So really, ideally, you want to go, if you're feeling this, you want to go from a 10 of Swords, how can you get down to a 7? And then you want to get down to just, you're there holding one sword, and look, you're actually standing up and you've got your boots, red boots on. So, you know, I mean, you're even, you know, there's still some clouds around here, but you've kind of got a fair bit more sorted. Okay, you're even a bit more active here. So it could be about literally just taking up that sword or acknowledging your thoughts. What is the nature of your thoughts, is what I'm trying to say. So it's kind of interesting that you're here under the tree, and you might be, that's almost like a meditation sort of position. If you're perhaps, I don't really want to use the word wallowing, but if you're sitting in strong emotions, it might be about identifying if there are any thoughts that are keeping you in those emotions. For instance, we could be feeling like, you know, feeling really sad or upset about something. And then you could be thinking, oh, I feel really horrible. You know, this is not good. I'm really slack and I'm not doing what I should be doing. And, you know, like, see how that's a thought rather than a feeling. So, because that's self-negation. Okay, so, yeah, difficult emotions or unpleasant emotions can snowball into self-negation, and you probably want to be aware of that, and maybe you're not aware of it, which is what's in the middle row here. Okay, is that connection between feeling and thinking. And I mean, this guy here is surrounded by the yellow skies, so he's basically got his mental faculties on board. So he's kind of like becoming really vigilant and aware of what he needs to do in order to. So apparently, the story behind this card is that he's basically stealing the swords of these warriors that are coming in to attack his village. So it's a little bit like he's taking away the swords, but in another sense, what you want to be doing is somehow transmuting those thoughts, or taking away those thoughts that are causing this, that are kind of self-harming you in the mind part, right? Because it's not helping you with your emotions to keep thinking those things. So it's really like, and you're putting on little red boots here for action, and you've got, even on your hat. And look at this. This guy here is directly under the juggler. Okay. He's got a red hat like the juggler, and he's got red boots. If they're wearing red, which is kind of like a sign of activation, like which parts are activating here. Okay. Whereas in this one, you know what? You already have your red boots on. So maybe you just need to find a red hat somewhere. I mean, I know that's out of the box, but if you find a red hat, maybe that will help you to just go, right, okay, I've got to get my thoughts organised now. And then, you keep your red boots on. You still got your red boots on, but in the end, you won't need your red hat, okay, because you will be clearer. Let's get some guidance from Spirit. I think where you want to be is here. He's got a red plume. He's got riding pretty much a red horse. Flames coming off the elbows and all sorts of things. So, okay, so this just jumped out, which is the Knight of Swords. And almost the first time ever, I'm just going to go with a card that jumped out, which is, I've got to start doing that, honestly. So, and he's got a red cape on. And he's a development on from the Page of Swords. He's grown up into the Knight of Swords. So guess what? That's getting pretty close to the Knight of Wands here, isn't it? If that's where you want to be. But the thing is, this Knight of Swords is... he is carrying a sword. And look what's been... This is where sometimes they say is the pain is your greatest teacher, and also sometimes what your greatest challenge is ends up being your greatest strength. So basically, if you can master that energy by getting some strategies on board, and then you get yourself clear, you're going to become, it's going to help you with your personal truth and your empowerment. That's kind of exciting. I've actually got big chills at the moment. Because, who said the swords was a nasty suit? I think it's probably the suit of empowerment, really. If we can apply ourselves to it. And here we have the Three of Swords. So that is about understanding the connection between the thoughts and the feelings, which we just mentioned. Because we had the cups here, which is the feelings, directly above and directly underneath that was all the thoughts that are contributing to this kind of state of stasis. Possibly. If that resonates, that's fine. If you come up with a different meaning, that's fine as well. So it's really about, this is like Spirit's mentioning, and it's actually echoed by so we have the 2 3s here, which means that it's going to be the start of something new. And it's actually going to be really great for your empowerment, your charisma, your mojo. I don't know if mojo is a sexual thing. Might be. I just thought it was like charisma. So the Spirit's saying that basically you're going to be able to get mastery or have a greater understanding of this, which will help you with your freedom and your ability to, go from a 4 of Cups feeling to the 3 of Cups feeling. And you might even be able to find or find a group of people that you kind of vibe with. Because if you're clear, I mean, it's much easier to associate with others if you're feeling some degree of empowerment. If you're feeling like you're in total self-negation, it is very difficult to socialise in groups when you feel that way. But, you know, it could, you know, one of your strategies here might be to, you know, do some mindfulness, do some mindfulness techniques, learn a new skill, you know, which is what the Page of Swords is about as well. It can be like learning, the Page is often about learning new things or, yeah, as well. And then Knights, obviously this is, yeah, you're putting your knowledge into action here and for your truth. Okay, you're getting to the truth of the matter. Yeah. And it's really, I think it's really heart and mind is what the juggler is saying here for this reading. And we have that echo diagonally across, we have heart and mind. Heart and the mind is the swords. The heart is being kind of harmed by the negative thoughts, okay, that we actually do to ourselves. We can hurt our own hearts by negating ourselves, okay, which many of us are conditioned into, and sometimes it takes a lot of work to get out of that habit, but we have to apply, you know, self-care and yeah, actually I might yeah, the idea about putting a red hat on could be useful. You know, or it might be a mindfulness hat. Just find a cool hat you like somewhere in a shop and just when you get home, put it on and go, well, anytime I'm feeling crap, I'm going to put my mindful hat on and just go, okay, what thoughts am I thinking and what feelings am I having? And then just do some journaling on it to kind of separate out what's going on, which will give you some understanding of and clarity, okay? And also consult a counsellor or someone like that if you need to, okay? So we've just grabbed a Galactic Collective. I'm just taking a card off the top here. We have, isn't this interesting? Logic and Reason, Vega. So the swords are the suit about logic and reason. And in this reading, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards out of 9 that are swords. We don't have any major arcana, which is really interesting. Okay, so Logic and Reason by Vega, the collective. Let's check this out. 26. How are we going for time? Not too bad. I will hold this up. Okay. In the very ancient days, Vegans were very balanced in their mental and emotional bodies. But later, their practices of discipline created an imbalance of logic and reason. They learned to ignore their emotions, judging them to be inferior to the mental experience. Okay, emotions are an essential part of the human experience and must be expressed alongside our thought processes. Look at yourself honestly. Do you lean more toward focusing on the mental, in brackets logic and reason, or more toward expressing emotions? Both are important, but in moderation. Balance comes from honouring both equally. Right, and also acknowledging or understanding if these emotions are not, or what thoughts are associated with these emotions. Okay. And then acknowledging that both are important. And yeah, so in the end, Spirit's saying you're going to have this awesome, you're going to feel like, you know, the knight in shining armor here with your thoughts, but your feelings, you're going to be feeling awesome. Okay. And while this might exist a little bit, there's basically only 3 swords in here. So it's nowhere near as many swords as this. Okay. Or this 7. Okay, so you will have, it will ease off. Okay, it will ease off. Right, let's look at, so I think we need a bit more water energy. We need some spirit, don't we? Your wands. Yeah, you kind of want some fire coming in here. I don't know, it's kind of very masculine-y reading, isn't it, this one? Let's go with Gods and Titans. It's almost like you want to be in a fired up, positive, feeling good state. And diagonally opposite that, we have this Knight of Swords. Okay. Let's go with Gods and Titans, just because I'm feeling like, yep, let's just get some empowerment. Oh, so this is, sorry, Stacey DeMarco, Gods and Titans. Right, let's just shuffle that and we'll see. Vega, Logic and Reason, yeah, because that is basically one of the descriptors that we apply to, you know, the Suit of Swords is like that beautiful logic. Sorry, that's an odd card. Not sure what that's doing in there. So not the same size anyway. Right. Okay. This deck is actually massive. It's just a bit tricky to shuffle. There's not many cards, but I might just do a quick fan shuffle of this one. Just checking the time. Okay. And right, actually, let's just do one more. Oh, we lost that one. Right, let's go. Wow, Anubis. Awesome spirit guide. Protection. Okay, so in this state here, you can actually ask Anubis if you feel overwhelmed mentally with too many thoughts going on, then, you know, ask Anubis for protection and guidance, because he's an awesome spirit guide. And yeah. Wow. Cernunnos. Shape-shifting. Okay, so this is a reminder that you are a creative being. Okay. And that this guy here is coming up with some creative strategies to get activated and to even protect or to, you know, save himself, so to speak, or to, you know, get clearer. Okay. I mean, there's lots of different, yeah, we have, you know, we have knights, pages, we have the juggler here, you know, we have the dancers. So, you know, and if you think about life in general, it's like, you know, we all have different roles that we play too. And you might even like to identify some animal spirit guides that can help you. This guy here is just like, I don't know if he's turned into 5 different animals at the same time. I'm not really sure. But yeah, also the, I think this is a Celtic god of life force and activation too. So that is kind of like this guy here. He's quite active, physically active. So this could be a suggestion to do something physically active, even things like martial arts. Okay, could be really useful. That's often really great for mind-body connection and really good for mental focus and keeping positive. Okay, because it activates the meridians and it's really good for organs and mind-body connection. Okay, and oh, we've got the big guns out here today in terms of the Egyptian god figures out of this deck. Thoth, wisdom. You know, and the swords do represent that wisdom and, you know, wisdom, justice, you know, honesty, truth. You know, I mean, this is a card of rapid movement, so it can be interpreted as impetuous or impulsive. So, But if it has wisdom behind it, well, I guess that's a different thing, isn't it? But this guy here is trying to be wise up to, you know, what he can do, what strategies, and that's kind of alluding to the strategies. Use your inner wisdom, activate your inner wisdom, because you do have it. And perfect, we'll end with this one, communication. And yeah, that is awesome. From the god Hermes. And yeah, communication. Another description of, you know, what the sword suit means is communication, and that's what this can actually indicate, communication. And yeah, so there we have it. I hope that's helped. Yeah, Nine of Swords energy, it's coming to completion, so it's like if strategies are put in place, it's like, you know, everything goes in cycles, so it will dissipate and yeah, ease off, right? It will ease off if you can do some work on it and get some support that you need. So thank you very much for tuning in, and yeah, another thing I just want to throw in there, Spirit's just saying now, is to get plenty of sleep and drink plenty of water and to eat well. That helps too. Right, I will see you next time, and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye for now.